Life for choice, that's one of those topics that always causes some really passionate debate. And this morning, we are still seeing that after a historic leaked Supreme Court decision that would overturn Roe v. Wade.
Thousands of people on Tuesday marched demonstrating, some of the largest groups we've seen since the summer of 2020. Many of them demanding legal protections for abortion, saying it's a deeply personal issue, where rape victims who shared their stories talked from their experiences.
Immediately, my heart dropped into my stomach. I've been assaulted and had to have an abortion, and it means a lot to me. And the fact that the government would try and tell us what to do with our bodies.
Protesters marched through Atlanta within 24 hours of that leaked Politico report. Lawmakers and Supreme Court officials have started making some moves here as well. Here's what you need to know. Senate Democrats have taken the first step to consider a bill that would guarantee legal abortions nationwide. But the measure might not have the 60 votes needed to pass. President Biden called the leaked decision a radical move by conservative justices. He says it calls into question more rights guaranteed by other Supreme Court decisions, including same-sex marriage.
The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts Jr., has ordered an investigation to see who leaked this draft in the first place. Meanwhile, some Republicans say whoever the leaker is should be punished. We now know the draft is real, but the Supreme Court says it does not represent the court's final decision. So many people want to know what will happen here in Georgia if Roe v. Wade is overturned.
Karis Belger is breaking that down for us. Karis, the rules around abortion would change quickly here.
Yes, and we heard from two legal experts about this. They say if the final decision from the Supreme Court is the same or similar to what's in this leaked draft, we could quickly see a decision in terms of Georgia's fetal heartbeat law. Just to quickly break that down for you, the law would make abortion illegal after a heartbeat is detected. That's typically around 6 weeks. Georgia state law professor Anthony Michael Kreis explains up until now, the state hasn't been able to enforce this law because it's been tied up in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. And the court decided to wait for a decision on this until the Supreme Court makes a final ruling in a similar case out of Mississippi, which Kreis says could come soon.
You would see fairly rapidly, counting in a matter of hours and not days, before the federal courts would let Georgia enforce its anti-abortion laws. I think that's a foregone conclusion if that's what happens in the Supreme Court. Right?
One of the parties that's legally challenging this fetal heartbeat law is the ACLU. We did hear from a lawyer from the Georgia chapter of the ACLU. He said that he may appeal to the court and ask them to continue to block Georgia's law depending on the decision that comes from the Supreme Court. I'll have more on that later on this morning.
More court maneuvering could be ahead, Karis. Thank you. Georgia is among more than 20 states that would immediately ban or restrict abortions if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. And there are states signing some new abortion restrictions. Oklahoma's Republican governor signed a law less than 24 hours ago that prohibits abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. It also allows private citizens to sue abortion providers and anybody helping a woman obtain an abortion. It is already facing challenges in court. We are covering the issues on this from all angles for you. Right now on 11alive.com, you can find reaction from abortion rights advocates as well as elected officials on both sides of the issue.